everybody. Welcome once again to the Miss Parrott channel. This time I'm coming to you from my piano room or front room. So it's my piano next to me here. And today we are going to focus on social studies. Before we do that though, I have some information to share with you. First of all, we are going to have hangouts next week. So I will have office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I will give you scheduled information later this week in which we can chat with each other, and you can ask me all the questions that you have. And the other thing is that I'm still going to keep the YouTube videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So hopefully these will still be helpful to you. Hopefully they have been already, I'm hoping. And so we are going to start the Hangouts next week, so I'm really excited. So the other piece of information is that I finally found some PDF files online that have the History Alive chapters. So they are attached on the time book assignment on Google Classroom, and so now all the information that you need from your textbook is attached in Google Classroom for you. Yay! Celebration! So that's what I want to share with you for information. This week is week 2, which means you should be reading chapters 2 through 4 for the outsiders, and you should be starting to do some research for your persuasive topic, and you should be doing your second option for the time book, and that's what we're going to focus on today. Okay, we're going to start our social studies today with a special guest. Oh, and Ted, too.
Two guests, two little furries.
Yeah.
Oh, look at her complaint.
Yeah, you can tell she is not liking this. She's being held against her will. Which has to do with feudalism, sort of, actually. So today we are going... No, she's done now. So today we are going to talk about your first 2 options for the time book, which is about Roman legacy and also about feudalism. So to help you with this, I did a couple of graphic organizers. Remember, you have 5 options that you're supposed to do total for the time book. I am just showing how to do 2 of those options today. So the first option is to write 4 sentences about one aspect of Roman culture legacy. And so what I have here is a little graphic organizer to help you remember the 4 different categories you can choose from. You can talk about Roman art, Roman architecture, writing, or law. And you'll notice in the center it says to choose only one of these topics. And you're going to type 4 sentences about what you discover when you either look at the chapter information that I attached on Google Classroom, or I also attached a website that has really good information, and you can actually click on a certain topic of Roman culture, and it's very, very helpful. So that is attached on Google Classroom as well. So that is the first option for your time book. The second option, so I did another little graphic organizer that I think is going to be really helpful for you. So it is about what society was like during the Middle Ages in Europe. And this should look very familiar to you, because if you remember our studies of feudal Japan and also of the Mayan pyramid of the society, it is very similar to what you see here. So you'll probably notice a lot of similarities. What I have here is the feudal pyramid, and you are going to do for your option, not this huge, I just did this to show you as a demonstration, but you can either use Google Draw, or you can take a picture of something that you do on paper and email it to me. And you are going to tell me in 3 sentences what the role or responsibilities of each of these groups were. So at the top, we have the monarchs. That's your kings and queens. And you'll see that they managed their kingdoms by having nobles, also known as lords and ladies. And they were the vassals to the monarchy. So they were given fiefdoms, but in return, they had to manage it for the king and queen. And the same kind of relationship was between the nobles and the knights. The nobles gave knights little land, and the knights would offer protection. So the knights were vassals to the nobles. And then at the bottom, you see you have your free peasants, so they could go as they please, but they did not own any land of any sort. And then you have the serfs who were bound to the land, and they worked the land, and they could not go as they please because they were indebted to someone higher up. So you are going to have 3 sentences you're going to write for each of these parts of the pyramid. I just put the colors in there to show you the different sections. And also you are to have a drawing of some sort to represent each part of the society. So I hope that is helpful. Feel free to use this information for your time book. You just need to type the sentences and do your drawings. You can also use images from the internet if you do not want to do your own drawings, especially since it's difficult doing that. If you can't do the pyramid on Google Drawing, you can also just list from top to bottom the rankings of the societal members. That works too. So I hope this was helpful in getting you started on your time book about medieval Europe. And remember, if you have any questions, email me at kparrott@pps.net. And next week, we are going to be able to talk instead of email back and forth. So hope you are well until then, and I'll see you for our next video on Wednesday. Bye, guys.